Hi, I'm Will Rostron, a tech support engineer with Sealevel Systems. Today I'm going to demonstrate the Sealevel Mod Connect app for iOS. The Mod Connect app is an easy-to-use diagnostic utility that allows you to configure and troubleshoot Sealevel I/O devices using your iPhone or iPod Touch. The app communicates over a Wi-Fi connection and is compatible with Sealevel EIO and CIO devices. With Mod Connect, you can easily control Sealevel I/O devices with intuitive touchscreen controls. The app runs on iPhone 6 or iPod Touch devices that are running at least iOS version 9. Mod Connect doesn't require you to use or understand complex Modbus commands. If you want to use or learn more about Modbus, download our other iOS app, Modbus Connect. If you're already familiar with the Sealevel Max SSD configuration utility on Microsoft Windows platforms, then Mod Connect will look very familiar to you. As with Max SSD, you can read and write directly to Sealevel I/O devices and see the results on screen. Let's get started with the demo. Launch the app by tapping the Mod Connect icon. There are 3 screens and the app starts in Settings. You can tap the icons at the bottom of the screen or swipe left or right to navigate the screens. On the Settings screen, you can enter a DNS assigned name or the IP address of the Sealevel I/O device you want to configure and test. Next, you enter the corresponding unit ID from 1 to 247. Use the ping button to confirm that you can communicate with the Sealevel I/O device. The ping status is displayed in the gray bar near the bottom of the screen. As soon as you click or navigate to the Connect screen, Mod Connect will attempt to connect to the Sealevel I/O device that you configured on the Settings screen. Once connected to a Sealevel I/O device, you can interact with the I/O on that device. The About screen provides additional information about the app, including the Sealevel website URL. Let's look at the Settings screen in more detail. The app starts up with the default IP address for Sealevel EIO modules, which is 192.168.42.253. You can enter a different IP address or the DNS assigned name for the Sealevel I/O device. As you enter multiple IP addresses, the app remembers them between sessions. You can click the X to the left of the IP address to clear the list of stored IP addresses. The connection timeout default is 2 seconds, perfect for most situations. You can change it from 1 second to 20 seconds for unusual circumstances. The app displays the default unit ID of 247. You can enter a different unit ID from 1 to 247 if you have changed the default value on the Sealevel I/O device. Be sure to hit return after typing in a number to confirm your entry. Once you have configured the IP address and unit ID, tap the ping button to confirm that you can communicate with the Sealevel I/O device. A success or error message will appear in the gray status bar near the bottom of the screen. After you have successfully configured the device, tap Connect at the bottom of the screen or swipe left. The app will automatically connect to the Sealevel I/O device. The Open Connection icon in the upper left will close. The device model is shown at the top of the screen and the available I/O will display in the center frame of the screen. Devices with isolated or dry contact inputs are titled Digital Inputs and display LED symbols in the main screen. When you energize the input on the device, the LED will illuminate on screen. When you de-energize the input at the device, the LED will turn off. Sealevel devices with higher I/O count than can be displayed in the main screen will display an ellipsis or 3 dots at the bottom right of the screen. You can drag the screen up to see the rest of the I/O. All discrete outputs are titled Digital Outputs in the app. Read Relay, Solid State Relay, and Open Collector outputs will display a single LED symbol with the corresponding I/O number in a button underneath. When you tap the number to switch states, the LED on screen will turn on and off. When toggling Read Relays, you may hear a slightly audible click at the device. Solid State and Open Collector outputs are silent. Form C relays will display a pair of LED symbols for each output that match the normally open and normally closed states of each relay, along with a corresponding I/O number in a button underneath. When you tap the number, you can switch the I/O states between normally open and normally closed, and the LED will confirm the relay state. Form C relays give a satisfying click at the device when they change state. Ooh, I love that sound. TTL devices are displayed in groups of 8 bits per port with a corresponding I/O number underneath. The I/O direction is shown on the left side of the screen in white. The port's default state are inputs, and when the inputs are set, the LEDs will illuminate on screen. To change the direction of the I/O, tap the In/Out button on the left to change each port to outputs. A to D inputs are titled Analog Inputs and will display the device configuration in white. Underneath Device Configuration on the left side of the screen, tap on the appropriate A to D input mode that matches the physical device configuration. Depending on the connected Sealevel device, single-ended, differential, or current loop input options may be available. On the right side of the screen, the data format will default to engineering units, shown in white, and display the voltage value next to each channel input further down the screen. Tap on hex to see the hexadecimal values instead. Under each channel input, the voltage range shown as 10V in white means that the input range on the physical device is configured for 0 to 10 volts. Tap on 5V to change the input voltage range from 0 to 5 volts, or tap ±5 volts or ±10 volts. Other Sealevel A to D devices may have different available input options. Connect a voltage source, such as a battery or sensor input, to an A to D input, and the value is displayed next to the channel. Don't connect high voltages like AC to an A to D input, or you might let the magic smoke out. D to A outputs are titled Analog Outputs and will show each channel with a slider with a default of 0 volts. When you drag the slider to the right, the output voltage increases. If you connect a D to A output to an A to D input, when you drag the slider to the right, you will see the channel voltage for the output increase. You will also see the input voltage reflected on the corresponding A to D input channel. Swipe left or tap on About at the bottom of the screen, and we end on the About screen. On this screen, you will find the app version, a list of supported products, as well as the link to the Sealevel website where you can find additional product and support information. This concludes our demonstration of Sealevel Mod Connect. Thanks for watching. Download Mod Connect from the Apple iTunes App Store. Mod Connect is compatible with all Sealevel EIO Ethernet and PoE remote I/O modules, as well as Sealevel Ethernet and wireless CIO distributed data acquisition modules. Read our support article for additional Mod Connect information and updates. Come play in our sandbox.